course, was Candyman, played by Reverend Gary Davis. I was playing this the other day and I was thinking it seems quite a simple piece, and many of us first learned this years ago as our introduction to ragtime. But of course it's deceptively simple, and when we go back again and look at what the Reverend was doing with this piece, we can see what a piece of genius it was. There are subtle things in there that often we gloss over and we don't play. We tend to play quite a simple piece in this way. Which is fine. But if you want to incorporate the little licks that the Reverend put into his music, then we need to take a little bit of a closer look. And that's what we're going to do in this video today. Take a look at this section of video of Gary Davis playing Candyman, and take a look at his right and his left hand, particularly his right hand, and notice that he's only using one finger. You'll see that he's using one thumb pick and one finger pick. For the rest of this session I'm going to use my bare fingers because these are a little bit noisy in a confined space on this small Martin guitar. Let's take a look at Reverend Gary Davis now playing a short section of Candyman. If we start this section from the turnaround in F, we can see that there's a little bit of magic there already. Instead of just hitting the bass on the F chord, he'll hammer on, adding some syncopation. And then, while fretting the 5th string on the 3rd fret with his little finger, he'll pull it off. But at the same time hammer on to the bass string for the C chord. You'll see it later in the tablature. It's a little bit of a special technique. This pull off is slow so that it coincides with the bass hammer on. And then back to the G7 and C. Try hard just to use one finger, because if you use more than one it tends to affect the timing. Let's have a look at the first section of Candyman, and in this I've included the introduction from the F chord and then one verse, just to include 2 or 3 variations that I've seen in Reverend Gary Davis's playing. Of course there are many more, it's not exhaustive by any means, but try it out, have fun with it. Send me an email, let me know how you get on. Let's go. Let's take a look at the chords we're going to use when we play Candyman. You'll notice that the chord diagrams are shown with no capo, but when I play I have a capo on the 1st fret. This is because it's my habit to tune my guitar down half a tone, so actually with a capo on the 1st fret it's in concert standard tuning. We have a C chord with several variations, as you can see. Sometimes we use the first bass and sometimes the second bass, and also the ring finger moves across to make that characteristic Candyman sound. So we don't move a lot, but we use our little finger and our other fingers to make subtle variations of the chord as we move through the piece. When we play the F chord, as you can see from the diagram, it's not quite a full F chord. This is often the case in ragtime pieces. It frees up our little finger so that we can hold down the fifth string and maybe the other strings with our little finger and bend it across and provide many variations. And here we have the basic G chord and the G7 chord with a couple of variations, just moving one finger each time. Bear in mind, if you use the correct fingers to form the G7 chord, then you can use your little finger to make the G chord and rock backwards and forwards between the two chords easily. Look out here, I've added another variation in the left hand that's slightly different from the right hand, just to add to the fun.